I'm about to go to the gym, so I've got all my smoothie ingredients together, as well as all my after gym meal, which is probably going to be the only meal I eat for the day. And I do have enough time, so I'm going to prepare both of these things for you. And it's slightly different. Marcus was so awesome. He offered me a template on how to make my smoothie, and I was able to pick and choose what, personalize it for my liking and my dietary needs. So I am going to show you what I have created for me. Let me first start off by saying that I just started weight training, and this is pretty serious weight training. He's got me lifting 35 pounds in each arm. Not doing this, but squatting, and then I actually squatted in the barbell 150 pounds. This isn't no 5 pound, on each arm workout, strength training. This is serious. So immediately I saw weight just falling off of me, and before, in order to see that, I would have to starve myself. Is that so silly? So yeah, I'm human. I, was doing it wrong. I wasn't doing it wrong. I was on a healthy, low-calorie diet, and I felt great. But now I really want to. I'm entering my 50s now. I want to amp up my strength. I want to build my bones, make them stronger. So it requires this type of food, and a lot of it. Skinny looks good, but I've noticed skinny ripped, when you're strength training skinny, that looks really good. It looks healthier, and you are stronger, and it's so much more healthier for you. When I was doing low-calorie diet all those years, I was working out with weights, but not like this. It was very, sissy weights. But okay, so this is the smoothie I drink every day, twice a day. It is, my God, I wish I would have known about smoothies years ago. I never really liked smoothies, but for somebody who has no time to put food together for herself, the healthy food, the smoothie is like, oh my God, what a crazy concoction this is. Like, I can put everything in there. So I'm just gonna start. Okay, so I already washed my aloe. So I start with a nice big slab of aloe vera. And I used to eat the skin, but I read that the skin upsets the stomach. The slimy is what's good for the skin. Any slimy food, so let's talk about slimy. Now, ordinarily I put broccoli florets in my smoothie to get that nutrition, but I don't have any at the moment, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put some purple cabbage in there. A whole celery stick and a half. A little bit of green apple. Green apple is one full of malic acid. And I noticed that if I put more than like this amount, the apple just overtakes the entire smoothie, that apple texture, which is kind of like applesaucey. And I don't like applesaucey texture in my smoothie. I like it smooth and creamy, like what the bananas do to the smoothie. They make it smooth and creamy, but it seems the apple counteracts that. Okay, so check this out. Now I'm gonna put my nut butters in. I like to put them in the center so they blend. They don't stick to the bottom of the blades, and they don't stick to my tamper. So I found this at Erewhon in Santa Monica. Sprouted pumpkin seed butter, and it has 13 grams of fat per ounce. So something like this is really good for somebody like me. So I do about an ounce in there, and I'm not afraid of that fat high content, because it's a good fat. It's a fat the body uses very well. And then I'll put a nice little, I like to use different nut butters, at least 2 in there. So I put a nice little chunk of almond butter in there too. really not wild about almond butter because they go through that process before they come into the country, so they're not technically raw, but I don't have any other butter. My favorite butters for smoothies would be the healthiest ones, pumpkin seed butter and walnut butter. I mean, walnuts are such a pure, wholesome, good nut that haven't been messed with, but I kind of want to get away from cashews, but they make everything so gosh darn creamy and white and just looks so good and appetizing. But I was very happy when I found the pumpkin seed butter. And on top of that, I put pumpkin seeds in, just a handful, like a handful of pumpkin seeds has some insane amount of protein in there. I'm talking like, I think I read 36 grams. So I like to put them on top of my salad, but I don't feel like I chew them well enough to get all the nutritional benefits from it as I would if I put them in my smoothie. So here is a cucumber. Now, I used to peel the cucumber until Marcus told me that it's loaded with silica. I shouldn't peel it. And I said, but it's got the food grade wax on it, which I avoid. I don't care if it's food grade. And he said, this stuff gets rid of the wax and I can feel it. I even washed this with soap and a scrubby side of a sponge. I couldn't get rid of the wax residue feeling, and this does. And on the back it says, laboratory tested and proven to remove unwanted residues, including wax, soil, etc., etc. So that is awesome veggie wash. And the only thing I peel on here is the sticker part, because I feel like the sticker, whatever is in that, the glue kind of goes into my food and I don't want it. So I kind of always take a big chunk away from that part where the sticker went. Other than that, a entire cucumber into the smoothie. It helps blending it because it's loaded with water and it's very cleansing and hydrating. It just adds so much goodness to it. So definitely I put that in there. I am almost out of hemp seeds. I put in, Marcus doesn't like hemp anything in his. I do. I can't even taste it in there. A nice little hit of Udo's oil. Rice bran solubles, also known as tocotrienols. This is very high in vitamin E, and if you're in the know, vitamin E is very important, just as important in the beauty world as it is the health world. And it also fights free radicals in the body, meaning this food protects your body. It doesn't fight it. It defends it, and very well too. Oxidative stress weakens cells, thus weakening your immune system. So it's also another good reason to keep those things at bay with plenty of vitamin E. And a great way to get vitamin E is this Tocos. You should learn about it, read about it on the internet. It's a part of the rice that nobody thought to use before. I've got 3 dates in here for sweetness. A nice heaping teaspoon of green formula and, of course, protein powder. Now this is going to make me 2 smoothies. I drink one after the gym and then one later on in the evening. And then, since I'm going to the gym, it's amazing how Pete's really help with, with endurance and stamina. So I throw like that much beet in there, a nice chunk of kale with the stems, and dandelion greens, about that much in there. And then now it's time for the frozen goodies. We got frozen banana. Again, I put the frozen stuff in last because it starts to melt if I put it in first. I want it really nice. So I put two bananas, 2.5, about a half cup of blueberries, And this is the only place I can get wild blueberries is in the frozen section. You guys cannot get wild blueberries like anywhere. I know they grow wild in Connecticut. A website I saw you could buy them for some insane amount of money and they ship them to you frozen. But there's so much, they have so much more nutritional content that's so much higher than regular blueberries. Can you imagine? And, and blackberries. I always buy blackberries and just freeze them. So this is everything that goes in my smoothie. And then I don't like to use oat water or oat milk or anything. I just like as pure as possible. So I use water as my liquid to blend. To me, this is like gold. Oh my God. I feel so fortunate to be in the know, to know to eat and drink this. Actually, I eat my smoothies because remember we chew our smoothies. I'm always cognizant to chew this smoothie. Oh gosh. It's so freaking amazing and delicious. Okay, I can't believe all that, like all those vegetables and stuff, tastes so good. So they go in the freezer. One goes in the freezer until I'm ready to go to the gym, and then I pull it out and put it in my insulated bag. And then the other one, look at the mess, is hardly nil. And it was fast. It's like fast food. There's like no excuse to not eat healthy. Oh, I don't have time. I mean, if I worked outside in in the city where there's no healthy restaurants or anything to eat for lunch, I would take one of these smoothies with me or two every day to work. So I'll drink a little bit of that smoothie. So I have that left. I'm going to drink that on the way to the gym. But the frozen smoothie that I bring with me, that whole smoothie, that is what I drink immediately after I finish working out. I mean, I'm finished working out and I walk to my bag, open it, and start pounding my smoothie. And I drink it before I leave the gym. Because, of course, your body is like screaming for protein after what you just put it through. Okay, so this is my salad that I'm gonna hurry up and quickly throw in the thing. So check this out. I have got dandelion and kale. Some people mind the stems. Marcus, I love the stems. Okay, so here we go. That goes in there. And because I am a bodybuilder now, I need protein. So, looky what I have going on here. I believe these are black beluga lentils, which have been soaking all night. They're slightly crunchy, very soft, with a slight crunch. And it goes. Oh, they're so good. Lentils. All lentils are so good to me. And then I have my quinoa. All these have been soaking overnight. I put them on to soak around 9 p.m. last night. It is now 10 a.m. Weather or altitude might affect soaking time, so it might require where you live a little bit longer, but just a little bit. That's about a cup of quinoa. Another thing I picked up in Erewhon, Santa Monica. For those of you that don't know Erewhon, it is a luxury type version of Whole Foods, like on a completely different level. These are black garbanzo beans. I've never seen black garbanzo beans before, but I soaked them overnight. And as you can see, they're perfect, or just perfectly edible. You can't soak all beans. Let me repeat that. You cannot soak and eat all beans. You can soak black beans, but you can't eat them raw like that. I soak them overnight and then I gently cook them. And then, let's see. Mung beans, their texture when they soak overnight are just so, they're just really pleasant. However, they're loaded with little pebbles. So you have to be careful. I'm very, very careful to not get a pebble. It's kind of hard not to. So eat those at your own risk, the mung beans. And then, of course, I have some black wild rice that has been soaking. People have written me that their black rice isn't softening, even though they've soaked it for something like 36 hours. I think it's the wrong kind of rice. There's several different types of black rice, and not all black rice softens after soaking. Black wild rice does, Manitowoc wild rice. I'll put the link down below. So I put a nice little chunk of that. Of course, some avocado. Boom, boom. This knife isn't sharp, so I can do that. I do like a whole avocado. Oh, my finger just fell in there. Just joking. Okay, a whole avocado, a whole small avocado or half a large avocado for the great fats and the flavor and the textures and the taste. I love avocado. When I go to the store for the week, I have to buy like 12 because I need an avocado every day because this is the type of food I eat. Since I eat this salad every day, I want it to taste as delicious as possible. And one of the ways to make it taste really good is by adding avocado to it. So you bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to add avocado to it. And it's basically simple. You know, I just have the greens as the base. This is my fast way of eating. I need it to taste good too. Let me show you the dressing. So about a cup of cashews in the blender. And this is a new salad dressing I've been making. It is so delicious. And ordinarily, when you make like a cashew cheese, it only lasts like 2 days in the refrigerator, then it just goes bad. For some reason, the herbs do something to the cashews. It just lasts. I don't let it stay past 4 days. I would eat it maybe on the 5th day. It's starting to separate on the 5th day, but it still smells, it's still good. So I've got a cup of that. And then what I have here are herbs. I've got, look at a big piece, a big handful of dill, and then a big handful of cilantro, and then another handful of parsley. You could do any herb you want. I found this combo is just really nice. It works really well in this salad dressing. So I use those. Then I'm gonna put about, I don't know, 9 cloves of garlic. You don't taste it. You really don't. And look at, this is so good for you, you guys. In this virus times, we really need all the, ammo we can get. And gosh, garlic, garlic. Okay, now we're just gonna add a little water. I don't like to add too much to this dressing initially because I feel like if I add lemon and soy sauce, or tamari, it's just going to just get lost in translation in the blend. So I kind of keep away from that for now. I slowly blend it afterward. So just this in the blender for now. Okay, so if you work with nuts, you know that these nut blendings that you make, they do thicken up with time. I like to make it and then put it in a jar and refrigerate it so it thickens up a little bit, but I didn't do it that way, so I'm just gonna make it fast on the fly for you guys. So now I'm gonna put a whole lemon in it, or the juice of a whole lemon, not the rind. Now I'm gonna gently just whip it. What I used to do was I used to take it out of the blender and then just whisk this stuff together. But I know I said I don't like to put lemon and the tamari in the blender and blend it. Again, I don't like doing it initially because, as you saw, I blended the herbs and the nuts for a while. Now, I only need to blend this for a second there, just to stir it in there. I don't like the tamari. I just feel like the tamari and the lemon are just getting lost in there. Okay, now I'd put it in a jar. Yeah, look at that. Talk about, that's like green goddess. And then here's my dressing. I know a lot of people don't like olive oil, and I don't use very much, but I personally feel that there are nutritional benefits to using a little bit of olive oil. So I do just a little bit. It's about a spoonful, whole lemon in there. I don't mind lemon seeds in my salad. Apple cider vinegar. Where are you? I forgot apple cider vinegar in my smoothie. I put a little bit in the smoothie too. You don't even taste it. Okay, there's the first dressing. This is equal parts ginger, garlic, and horseradish. If you could smell it, you would be in heaven. I put the whole thing on, and I swear, I barely taste it. If I had the time, in a perfect world, I'd put about 3 of these full of that. It looks like Parmesan cheese. I love salt. I know I overdo it a little too much, but I give it a nice hit of Celtic sea salt. Then it's time for the second dressing. So then I drizzle my green goddess over it. And it's so lovely to the taste buds. It's like you get a little hit of cream in your crunchy salad packed full of different healthy textures that your taste buds are like having problems processing. It's just so much. And then of course, this is all foods that help my body and help me in my weight training and building my body. So of course, I consume as many good fats as I can. So of course, covering my salad in pine nuts is very beneficial too. Organic black pepper, of course. And then the last thing I top it with is nutritional yeast. Tastes like cheese. And I've grown out of requiring tomatoes for my salad, but what I do need, we all know these dark red veggies and fruits, how good they are. The purple cabbage or the red cabbage, red onion rather than white onion, blackberries, boysenberries, blueberries. So I try and consume as many dark stuff as I can. So this is about a half an onion. I love onion. I like my onion thickly. This is my personal preference. Marcus needs his onion thinly minced. I love it thick because I need to taste it, and I love that crunch. So this is my salad. I'm gonna cover it and put it in the fridge till I come back from the gym. And I'm gonna drink my entire smoothie, and then I'm going to eat this entire salad. And then I will be full until about 6 in the evening. And then I'm gonna drink my other smoothie in there. This is what I eat in a typical day. Actually, this is what I eat every day. I do the salad when I come home from the gym, the smoothie right after the gym at 6 o'clock. I do the other smoothie, and that keeps me going. I'm lacking nothing. I have absolutely no pain in my body. And I hope this helps you guys, because a lot of you guys have been asking what I eat, and I truly believe that this diet will keep me feeling so good and, just positive in my later years. Somebody once asked me, who inspires you? And it's a really thought-provoking question. You immediately think, Marcus, which he's inspired me greatly. And, my son inspires me, of course, but You know what really has inspired me to be as best as I can? The little 95-year-old lady that lives around the corner. She is such an inspiration to me. Every day, that woman is out walking with sun blaring into her face. She lives alone in her beautiful home that she has shared with her husband, who's no longer here, for 50 years. And she remains in her home. She can move around. She eats good food. She's not in a nursing home. She has her family over. She cooks for them. Talk about a goal, you know, to shoot for. So in order to get to that goal, I feel this is vital every single day. So this is what I do. And for 51 years old, I think it has kept me feeling and looking pretty darn good. So I'm living proof of living foods, okay? Proof it works. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.